Now I'm about to press you in real life. And I'm definitely checking your temperature because you're a keyboard thug. We had the most uncalled for, disappointing, and offensive service ever. Then you put in words in my mouth. We could just run the cameras back. Passive aggression? You really must need that from me because you really talking crazy on my name.
I think I lie for you. I think I die for you. Sure that you cry for you. Do things when you want me to. Like controller. Yeah, like
What's goody? What's poppin'? What's crackin'? What's crackin'? What's crackin'? Y'all chillin'? Y'all chillin'? Hi. Bet. It's your girl Lisi, and we back again with another epic, juicy, ghetto, and drama film story time. So do y'all remember the story time I did about the delusional ass coworker Karen that I had, who swore that she was my boss whole time she was in fact not my boss? Well, this is the continuation from that story. After she quit, one of her friends, who just so happened to be a regular customer at our job, she decided to hop online and write a nasty false review about yours truly.
Oh my God. Don't act shocked.
And you know, not just any nasty false review. It just so happened to be a bold-faced lie that quite literally could have costed me my job. But here's the gag. I caught that hoe in real life in 4K.
Oh, now that's how you clear.
And suddenly, her whole story changed. But before we get into that, y'all, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. And if you're a returning viewer or subscriber, what's goody, what's poppin', what's crackin', y'all chillin'? I already know y'all chillin'. Definitely do not forget to give this video a big like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure y'all tapped in with me on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon, because we're going to have an exclusive premium receipt from this story that's only going on Patreon. So stay tuned for that as we get into the story. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, boom. So for those of y'all who haven't seen You're Not My Boss,
You're Not My Dad,
that two-part story time, if y'all haven't seen that, it's linked above right here. Honestly, I would suggest that y'all watch that before y'all watch this, but I already know some people is going to watch this first. Just know that there's already a whole backstory to what's going on. So you don't have to necessarily watch that two-part series, but I would suggest that if you watch this first, you go ahead and watch that after, so everything could kind of come together. Because I'm not giving a full synopsis of what went on, because we have two separate story times discussing on what went on before we got here. But I'm gonna give y'all a brief recap. Essentially, I had a coworker who was a Karen, okay, when I was working at a dispensary. This is a job that I had out here in Houston where I currently live. It's kind of crazy because I quit the job not too long after this story time happened, but I'll get into kind of why I quit as we get further into the story. The Karen, you know, she was very delusional. She was very delusional, and she thought because she was a key holder, somehow she was my boss, and she in fact was not my boss. Like, I told her she wasn't my boss. Management told her she wasn't my boss. And even the owner subtly, however you say the word, told her, you're not her boss, like, and you don't need to focus on being anybody's boss at that, because how she moved as it was, she wasn't a leader, and I don't even think she had the emotional maturity to even be a leader.
Clock it.
Y'all gonna have to watch that for all them extra details. So not too long after I had to put Karen in her place, she literally put in a 1 week's notice and left before the 1 week. Okay, like, just a scary hoe who can't handle the truth, honestly. When she quit, I think she quit either like the ending of November or the beginning of December. So boom, she quit, and now we have peace and tranquility at the job. We're all happy that she's gone. Like, let's just make this clear. We are all happy that she's gone, because now we're not gonna have no kind of unnecessary drama and unnecessary tension at the job. Boom. It's December, right? Specifically, December 24th. Christmas Eve. A jolly fa la 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 la. I was in a jolly ass fucking mood on Christmas Eve. I don't know about y'all, but Christmas is one of my favorite holidays of all time. My parents made sure I always had a great Christmas. I don't know about y'all, but I love Christmas, okay? Because every Christmas, I would have gifts under that motherfucking Christmas tree, okay? So shout out to my parents for holding it down. So boom, let's name her. Let's name her Carmen. Let's name her Carmen, because you know she's friends with Karen. Karen is a white woman, and Carmen is obviously a Spanish woman. So we got Karen and Carmen, because they both birds of a feather flock together. So boom, Carmen, she comes into the store on Christmas Eve. Mind you, Carmen, she a regular customer. I've seen her several times before, but I'm not cool with her. Like, I don't be kikiing it up with her. I just be, she tell me what she need, I get her products, ring her up, and she going about her business. On Christmas Eve, this day, she just so happened to have a pickup order. And in the store, there's a store policy for us as employees that we have to follow, that when someone comes in for a pickup order, we have to look at their ID to make sure the name on the order and the ID matches. And we have to confirm that they have the physical card that they paid with and match the last 4 digits of the card to what we have on file on the computer. And all of this essentially is for loss prevention. I'm not going to get into the details, but this is for loss prevention. So me just being a regular bud tender, I don't have no managerial jurisdictions. I don't have the authority to call no shots in the store. I'm going to follow the rules that were given to me. Like, this will be a story time. Maybe we'll do it sooner rather than later, of when I was actually fired from a job because I did not follow the rules and I got fired when I was like 21 years old. At the time I was 26. I'm following the rules. Like, I'm not bending rules for nobody. I don't care if you're a regular. I don't care if you come in here every day. I don't care if you and the owner have a special relationship. If I'm the only person in the store and I have to make a decision on whether I'm going to follow the rules or bend them for you, I'm following the rules to preserve my job. Period! Carmen came in and she wanted to pick up a 7 gram of snow leopard because that was the strain that we had at the time. Feel me? I get the snow leopard ready to go, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, it's all packaged up, ready to go. I asked her like, oh, can I see your ID in the card on file? So Carmen, she shows me her ID. Okay, cool. But then she tells me that she don't have the card on file. I'm like, that's giving red flag. What do you mean you don't have the card on file? She was like, oh, her sister had placed the order for her and had put it in her name. I'm like,
no ma'am. No ma'am.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, you don't have the card, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have like a I don't give a attitude towards her in this moment. I have that now because she personally had me effed up. But you know, I'm gonna keep it cute. I'm gonna keep it cute. I'm like, okay, well, you know, you got me between the rock and the hard place right now, because I was the only person in the store. We was already short staffed as it was. So the only other person that was even working that day, she's technically a manager. I think she was out on her lunch break. So I had called her. She didn't answer. And I basically told Carmen like, hey, yeah, like, I'm so sorry, but you know, I can't give you the order. Unfortunately, I can't give you the order. They have me on camera. Like, I'm showing her the camera behind me. There's a camera behind me and it picks up on sound. Keep all of this in mind. I'm not in the mood to risk my job for you. Like, I'm just not doing it. I didn't tell her, oh, I'm not in the mood to risk my job for you, but I basically told her, listen, they have me on camera. We just have a store policy. The camera has to see me looking at your ID in the card. I could tell, like, when I had told Carmen that politely, she felt some type of way. And she was like,
all right, just cancel the order.
And she had like a little eye roll and low-key stormed out the store. I'm like, okay, bitch. Like, the world is gonna keep spinning. Like, you a regular customer. Like, you should know that when you come to pick up pickup orders, you know what we ask for. So I don't know why you came in today and thought she was gonna get a pass. Like, I don't know if anyone else has ever given her a pass, but I was not giving her a pass. The fuck? Now, it's maybe about an hour or two later, another woman comes in. Let's just name her, I don't even know what to name her. Her name, she's not even important. Let's just name her Alki. Yeah, we're gonna name her Alki, and y'all are gonna see why down the line in the story. So Alki comes in, and she don't have a pickup order. She just buying in store, and conveniently she's getting a 7 gram of snow leopard. I was just like, I didn't think much of it. I was like, LOL, the people must love this snow leopard because people keep coming here trying to get the snow leopard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't really connected dots or nothing like that. I'm getting the snow leopard for her. We having small talk, hee hee ha ha, holiday spirit. Alki asks me a question, and I want to note as well, I never seen Alki before. Me personally, I never seen her before. So she proceeds to ask,
do you guys celebrate Christmas today or tomorrow?
I promptly respond to her. I was like, oh, we celebrate tomorrow. And when I said that, she looked at me like,
I am confusion.
And she proceeded to ask me the same question. She was like,
oh, but do you guys celebrate like today or tomorrow?
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, is she slow? Like, I just answered her question. Like, I quite literally just answered her question. So I repeated the same answer. I was like, oh no, we celebrate tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I guess it's just like a Spanish thing to celebrate on Christmas Eve.
And I was like, oh yeah, like one of my good friends, she's actually Mexican, and that's how I know about celebrating Christmas Day on Christmas Eve. And she's like,
yeah.
I ring her up, give her stuff, tell her happy holidays. That's what I said. I said happy holidays, whatever. And she went about her business. I'm carrying on with life. We finish up the rest of the day on Christmas Eve. At the time, I was still in a relationship, so I had linked up with my ex afterwards. We spent Christmas Eve together, exchanged gifts, had a little sleepover. Then Christmas Day, I went back home. My mom was at my house, so me and my mom had a little Christmas Day together. We exchanged gifts, we made breakfast, we made dinner, just having a jolly old time. And then, my trifling ass ex, he decides to give me a fucked up Christmas gift like the day after Christmas. Girl, that's a whole story for another day. Like he done dropped a whole kind of crazy ass bomb on my ass, but that's another story for another fucking day. But the moral of the story is that when Christmas comes around, I don't have no reason to be rude or disrespectful to nobody unless you're rude or disrespectful to me, especially at my job, at my place of work. Like, are we okay? Anyways, let me continue. So it's a few weeks later now, all is continuing as it is. I'm going to work. I'm searching for a new apartment to live. I'm just doing my day-to-day life. The store owner comes in one day.
Haley, see, I have to show you something.
I'm like, what the fuck do you gotta show me? He shows me this review. Y'all see the review, right? If you don't see it, we'll read it together. Let's read it together, because I just want y'all to understand the tonnage when I was reading this for the first time. My sisters and I used to love coming here, and the staff used to be so nice until 2 days ago, Christmas Eve, for the first time. Oh. Well, I guess this wasn't like weeks later. I guess they didn't see the review until maybe like a week or some change later. Yeah, because when I first seen the review, y'all see the screenshot, it says 6 days ago. So he seen the review about a week after she wrote it. My sisters and I used to love coming here, and the staff used to be so nice until 2 days ago, Christmas Eve. For the first time in 2 years that I've been coming here, we had the most uncalled for, disappointing, and offensive service ever. My sister came in to pick up an online order.
Cap.
And as she was waiting for her order, she makes small talk to the associates, as everyone in there always had that friendly atmosphere to them. The associate that's getting her order, I don't know her name. I think she started about a few months ago. Not that new. Snaps at my sister for asking her, when does she celebrate Christmas? The 24 or the 25? Her response was, is it because I'm black?
Let me introduce you to a hypothetical logic.
Never have we gotten put in an uncomfortable situation like that, especially over a general question that clearly had nothing to do with race. I personally won't be coming back to this location. It doesn't feel right that the staff looked at my sister as if she was trying to come at anyone's skin color. The passive aggression at this location is beyond me, and no one wants to come to a dispensary to be treated in this manner. I will be switching dispensaries. Edit. The associate's name is Alicia. Like, I hate bitches. I hate hating ass bitches. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I really do. Because okay, let me just tell the story. So when I read this and the owner is standing in front of me looking for an explanation, the first thing I say was, oh, this is a lie. Because first of all, when I seen the name on the review and I'm connecting the dots on what transpired on Christmas Eve, I was like, oh yeah, this is a lie. I was like, this says Carmen's name. And I even knew her name because when you come into our dispensary, well, it's not our because I don't work there no more, but when customers come into the dispensary, they have the option to put in their phone number because we have a rewards program. So you put in your phone number every time you come in so you can rack up on points to, you know, get free stuff down the line based on spending a certain amount of money in store. So when you put in your phone number, your name comes up each and every transaction. So I kind of knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying? So I'm like, first of all, this is a lie because she came in for a pickup order, not her sister.
Clock it.
So that's the first lie that we need to address. Carmen, your sister didn't come in for a pickup order. You came in for a pickup order. You talking about she makes small talks to the associates. There was one bud tender. We're not associates, we're bud tenders. And there was one, me. So that's the second lie. You putting things in plural when it's really singular. Then you put in words in my mouth talking about, I said, is it because I'm black? Whole time, you stupid, dumb. You don't even realize that we have cameras in here that pick up the sound.
Stupid.
So if anything, like, we could just run the cameras back and really see what happened. Like, and really see who's lying and who's telling the truth. Like, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth or the second thing that came out of my mouth to the owner as well. Like, can we run the cameras back? I don't have a problem with the cameras running back because that was never said. That was never said. And then 4, you talking about something that clearly had nothing to do with race. You clearly, Carmen and Alki, y'all the ones that brought race into the equation. Not me. I didn't say nothing about race. Matter of fact, I didn't say nothing. Why? First of all, why is your sister asking me, when do I celebrate a holiday? She don't know if I'm atheist. She don't know if I'm Muslim. She don't know if I'm Jewish. You don't know what kind of background I even have for your sister to even be asking me if I celebrate Christmas on the 24 or the 25.
Clock it.
You don't even have proper grammar. So that's another discrepancy. And then you talking about passive aggression? Baby, I don't have to be passive about nothing. Like, if anybody know, y'all know, I'm a very straight up from the gate up kind of bitch. Like, I'm not passive aggression. I'm coming at you very directly. Y'all can, at this point, I have a track record that has literally played out in real time, that a lot of y'all have seen played out in real time. There is nothing passive aggressive about me at all. If anything, I'm going to be aggressive, assertive, straightforward, very direct. I don't have to be passive about nothing. If I got an issue, y'all already know I'm gonna speak up about it, and I'm not gonna hold my tongue about shit. And then in the end of her mentirosa ass review, she gonna go say, edit, the associate's name is Alicia. Who the did you get my name from?
That's suspicious. That's weird.
That's what I want to know. If you didn't know what my name was when you wrote this review, who did you get my name from? Yeah, okay. So that's my little read and synopsis on her false review. And I basically tell the owner, like, yeah, she's lying, and we can run the footage back. The cameras pick up sound, right? Let's run the footage back. As soon as I said that, he was just like, I don't even remember like all his exact words, but He basically said something along the lines of like,
You know, with regular customers, we want to try to like accommodate them. You know, what I would have done in a situation like that, I would have just called me.
because, you know, I explained to him that I had called the other manager who was on duty for the day when she was out on her lunch break. She didn't answer, so I just took it upon myself to follow the store policies that I was told of, and I was very polite to her. Like I showed the girl in her face that I was calling the manager and the manager didn't answer the phone. I put this phone on speaker. Like, I literally tried my best to accommodate her, but I made a decision, and that was to follow the rules. So it's crazy how I'm following the rules at my job, and my job is still getting put at risk because it's bitches going on the internet lying on my name, like just blatantly lying, when it's a whole camera in here that picks up the conversations. And honestly, I feel like the owner, he told me what he told me from like a owner's perspective. He didn't really tell me what he told me from, okay, this is an employee. It's several levels above her, so she made the best call that she could make. Instead, he kind of just told me, well, what I would have done was just call me. And it's just like, I don't even have your phone number to call you. Like, that was my whole thing. I don't even have your phone number to call you. You have never given me the green light to call you in the event of some BS. The most I have is, okay, we had like an employee group chat on WhatsApp, but that's a group chat. You know, that's not, I have his information directly to just reach out to him. So that was the furthest thing from my mind. If, you know, we're here running the store when you're not here, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, okay, he, you know, let me know that I wasn't going to be in trouble. He told me to not worry about it. And he was just like, you know, just next time when you could tell like it's a regular customer, you could basically give them the leeway. And I just felt like that was just like, like it's kind of like we're just going with the situations as we go. Like that just, it doesn't add to structure that I feel like needs to be had when we're giving employees certain rules and protocols that they have to abide by while they're working. That's just me. So after that little conversation with the owner, he basically talked to my manager who was there this specific day. She wasn't there on Christmas Eve. He basically talked to her. It was basically like, hey, let's call up this customer and, you know, try to make things right with her so that she can update her review. Let's give her like a free product and call it a day. And of course, me and my manager, you know, we had our own little conversation after, and I'm basically telling her like, bro, this bitch is lying. Like, I don't know where and how she came up with this whole story. I really feel like she did all of this because she felt some type of way that I didn't give her her order. But to sit up and lie and say that your sister came in for a pickup order when we know damn well your sister did not come in for it, because, and that's the thing too, like we could literally go back to exact transactions and see what kind of transaction it was that your sister came in for. Like we could do a whole entire investigation to find out what really happened. So the fact that you're lying is crazy, like, but whatever. Lo and behold, it's the next day and Carmen shows up bright and early. She was probably like the second customer to come in. She shows up bright and early to get her free 7 gram of snow leopard. And you know, when Carmen shows up, it just so happened to be my turn to take a customer. This is still my job, so I'm still gonna be here. I don't know if she thought that review was gonna make me get fired or what, but I'm still here, babes. I greet her. I say, hey, how you doing? Welcome in. And Carmen, she just looks at me like just the scary hoe that she is. And she's just like,
I'm gonna just wait for her. I'm gonna just wait for her.
And when she says, I'm gonna just wait for her, she's pointing to my manager who's currently already dealing with a customer. And I'm just like, okay, like, and I just walk to the back. My manager is in the front talking to her. We have a TV. There's a TV in the back room where we would be at, you know, doing production and chilling and stuff like that. So I'm just looking at the TV. I'm just like, and eating my breakfast. I see the conversation that's going on. Obviously, I can't hear all that's going on, but based on the body language, Carmen is being a Karen. I can just tell. And my manager, she's just being a manager. She's just following the instruction from her boss, just trying to keep the peace, trying to make things right. She's just like, yeah, like you could tell she is having like a understanding kind of body language, just basically trying to hear her out and whatever. And you know, Carmen, she's just going in and saying all that she's saying. And I'm like, ugh, this weird ass bitch, bro. Like, I just hate weird ass bitches that they have to like come up, like your aura be auraing so hard that bitches just gotta come up with lies because they don't have nothing else to do with their lives. They finished their conversation. She got her free 7 gram that she couldn't pick up the other day. My manager, I forgot what I named her in the story, child. What did I name her? I looked back at the video. I remember the names now. So boom, those of y'all who watched them first 2 story times. The day of Christmas Eve, the manager that was there was Lavi. And the day that the owner came in and showed me the review, and the same day that Carmen came back in and got her free product, the manager that was there was Mari. Okay, so that we got the names together. Okay, period. So Mari came to the back after they was done with their conversation. And when she came to the back, she was just like,
I don't even know, like, what this girl was talking about. Like, she was going on to tangents, run-off conversations, all kind of stuff. And one thing that I really took note of when she was talking to me just now, she just so happened to say that.
And yeah, I spoke with Karen, and you know, she kind of told me like all that happened.
So mind you, Carmen said that to Mari in the conversation that she was having about me and the so-called bad experience that she had, that her and her sister had when they came in. Mind you, they came in at 2 separate times, and you fabricated and twisted stories. And now you're revealing, like the dumb bitch that you are,
Stupid.
that you spoke to Karen and she told you all that, what happened with her and why she's no longer working here. Like, I just don't be understanding what be going through some bitches' heads. Like, so basically you just revealed why you're causing all of this hoopla. You're causing all of this hoopla because you're friends with Karen. You feel some type of way that Karen left the job and she filled your head with whatever she filled your head with. And now you're coming here doing her dirty work? That's all I see. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like we was all the best of friends in there, like between me, Lavi, and Mari. But me, Lavi, and Mari are way cooler with each other than they or we ever was with Karen. So you over here thinking like you over here getting me in trouble with the people that I work with, and it's like the people that I work with know that I don't even be carrying it on. Like how you lying that I'm carrying it on to be like that. That's just the crazy thing to me. When I heard this information, I was just like, oh really? Okay. Now I'm liable to crash out.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
Well, I can't even crash out because this is my job and I'm not trying to give this girl any more ammo to try to defame my character, essentially. Like, this is defamation of character because you are spreading false lies about an experience you did not have, something that did not happen, like quite literally did not happen at all. And the fact that there's camera footage to debunk what you're saying, that's why I'm just so confused as to why you're getting any free products. But I understand, you know, the owner wanted to keep this customer considering they've been shopping with us. But whatever. That piece of information was piping hot tea. The fact that she volunteered that she's been in communication with Karen since she quit the job. And all of a sudden, you have an issue with the person that Karen got put in her place by. Okay.
That's suspicious. That's weird.
It was either that same day or the next day. I don't know why I went back to the dispensary profile in the Google review, but some just told me go back there and just check things out. Not only did Carmen update her review. But she updated her review and there was a response from the owner. So this is what Carmen says in her review. Here's a screenshot and I'll read it out loud for the class. Updating my review on behalf of the amazing management that they have after the most uncomfortable visit that my family had with the associate Alicia. Management really went out of their way to make things right and apologized for her atrocious behavior and even compensated me for the original order. And the fact that management goes above and beyond for their customers says a lot about how they really carry themselves as a company. And just for that, they truly do deserve 5 stars. I'll be back since I was truly impressed with how Miss Mari handled the situation. Now we have the response for the owner. Thank you so much for updating your review and giving us another chance. We're really sorry about the rough experience you had, but we're glad Miss Mari and our team could make things right. It means a lot to us that you notice how much we care about our customers. We're excited to see you and your family again soon, and we'll work hard to keep impressing you. Thanks for sticking with us. So at this point, I no longer gave a fuck about the job, because at this point, now I'm about to press you
in real life.
Yeah! They squabbling out in there. Yeah!
Yeah. Since you like first of all, the whole point of you, and obviously y'all, I might be talking, I'm not mad or nothing, but this is how I feel like Carmen is a dumb bitch. And I don't work there anymore. I probably will never work there again because I intend for my YouTube and entrepreneur career to skyrocket. So there's that on that. So that's why I'm talking crazy, because I don't give about any kind of, repercussions. I'm not saying old girl real name. I'm not saying the company name. Yes. And I don't have no problems with nobody. I just want to put that out there. But Carmen, I'm sorry, but the whole point of you getting a free 7 gram of snow leopard was to update your review and write something positive. But instead, you still got my pussy in your mouth. So you still trying to emphasize that you and your family had such an uncomfortable visit with me. And then you gonna go sit up here and say management apologized for my atrocious behavior. Do you even know the definition of atrocious? Because I was far from that with you and your alky ass sister. I see that. And then I see the response from the owner. And personally, I was ready to just quit right then and there. But I was like, all right, Alicia, you can't just make like impulsive decisions like this. And you definitely can't let this bitch try to run you out of your job. You work here, not her. So you're gonna take a breather. And when you go into work, you're gonna talk to Mari and investigate and find out what the is going on before you make your move. Because I was 100%, like I said, I didn't give a fuck about the job, about keeping that job at that point, because I already knew I was going to be good, because I'm one of God's favorite children. So it don't matter what I choose to do in my life, God is going to make sure I'm good. I trust and believe in God that much. At that point, I knew like Carmen, you're not going to keep coming into my job talking crazy about me on Beyonce's internet and thinking you just gonna be able to dodge bullets every time you come in. You gonna have to see me, bitch. Yeah, you definitely gonna have to see me, and I'm definitely checking your temperature in real life, cause you're a keyboard thug. You're a Twitter finger type of hoe. I'm gonna see what it's giving in real life, because I guarantee you it's not giving all this hostile energy that you have behind your phone screen. I guarantee you it's not gonna correlate in real life. I forgot to mention too, in between when she updated her review, this all took place over the span over a few weeks, and Carmen was the type of customer, she came in maybe like once or twice per week. So she had came in a second time after she wrote her first review, but it wasn't updated as of yet. And when she came in, I just so happened to be in the front cleaning. I greeted her and said hello. She ignored me. And when I decided to, stand by the cash register to see how I could assist her for the day, because I was the only bud tender working, she proceeded to walk around and act like she didn't see me standing there waiting to take her order so that I could serve her. And maybe about after 3 minutes of her looking around as if she doesn't know what products are in the store, she says, "Can I have somebody else?" And I proceed to get my manager from the back to serve her. Mind you, managers could serve customers, but she has other work that she's doing. And I'm the only bud tender there. So now it's at a point where I know I'm not the owner. I know this is not my store, but this is a small business, and it's not like we have 15 staff members. It is a small staff. You're not about to keep coming in my job and essentially effing with my money, because anytime we ring up a transaction, that's commission that we get on our check. You not like, no, I didn't do nothing to you. And that's the issue. I didn't do nothing to you or your sister for you to come up in here and think you're going to have your way. I say hello to you, greet you. I'm still being professional and doing my job, and you ignore me like the little ass girl that you are. Now you updated in your review and you talk about some atrocious. No, what's atrocious is that you came in here to my job. You keep coming into my job where I work, where I make my money. I greet you. I'm still being polite. I'm still being professional, and you're blatantly ignoring me. So boom, I see that. I'm trying to, lower my blood pressure and everything like that, because what I can't stand is a liar, especially someone who's lying on my name, because y'all already know a bitch like me, I keep the receipts on standby. Like, I got a whole folder of receipts for a whole bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. Y'all know, at this point, y'all know I'm good for some receipts. And the main receipt was the fact that there's a camera in the store that can show the entire interaction and the sound of what really went on. So I just was confused as for why there was a response for the owner essentially co-signing what this girl said, which was a lie. I was that's why I'm ready to quit at this point. It's whatever, next day I have to go into work, and it's me and Mari, of course, working again. I kind of get straight to it. Me, I'm a type of person, and it's the fact that she talking about some passive. First of all, when my energy is off, motherfuckers know, because 90% of the time I'm in a great, good, neutral, or jolly, bubbly mood. That's my personality. Like, I don't have no reason to be walking around here like Carmen and Karen's miserable asses starting issues for no reason. I'm a very chill, cool, calm, and collected person. I only speak up about when I feel like somebody is blatantly playing with me. That's just it. And at this point, Carmen, you're playing with me. This job, you must need that from me. Like, I'm confused. Like, you really must need that from me, because you really talking crazy on my name. All right, so I go into the job whenever next time I go into the job, and my energy was off, because I was gonna come at Mari crazy, but I was frustrated, so I had to, in the most calmest way possible, express my emotions and my frustrations to her. And I basically had a conversation with Mari, like, hey Mari, I see that this dumb hoe updated her review, and not only is she still running with this little false narrative after she got her free products, but she's just it's like she's trying to dig, how okay, I don't want to say how because I never did nothing before, but how let's say you watching some kind of crazy movie or TV show, and somebody poke someone, and they really dig, they make sure they dig that in there, they don't just and go about their business. They really, that's what I felt like Carmen was kind of doing. What, are you okay? Do you need that? What's going on? And Mari basically tells me
yeah, I did see that, and I was just as confused as you.
Mari basically let me know she was not the person responsible for responding to that review essentially it was the store owner actually who's responsible for responding to that review. I was like, okay, well at this point I want to have like a conversation with Carmen. Like, I don't plan on turning up unless she plans on turning up, but at this point I need to have a conversation with her woman to woman to really find out like what the issue is and why she's lying on my name. Like, I want to look her in her eyes, speak to her face to face, because it's like she's doing all these things on the internet, and yet and still she's still coming into my job, a place that I work at, but she don't want to deal with me when she come in. Like, that's weird and that's scary, and I'm not jacking it at all. And Mari was like,
I agree. Like, you know, if you want to talk to her, you can definitely talk to her, and just make sure that one of us is present when you talk to her, just in case, just to make sure things don't get misconstrued.
I'm like, okay, period, great. And I also made sure that I talked to Lavi and told Lavi what was going on, how I was feeling, so that she's not blindsided in the event that she hears about how I had to go impress Carmen. She essentially confirmed as well that that was not her who responded to that message, that was the owner. So I'm like, oh, okay, bet. And I basically kind of expressed to them that I was feeling some kind of way, that I'm sitting up here, coming in here 5-6 days a week, 10-hour shifts, busting my ass, and you know, the team is essentially allowing for a false lie to be told on me. It's like, some people might not think it's a big deal, but you know, there's a lot of competition as far as dispensaries out here in Houston. And a lot of people, as I'm sure y'all do too, like before y'all decide on if y'all gonna go to a place or not, you look at the reviews. So imagine every time somebody come in and they looking at the reviews is saying stuff like, oh, Alicia is this X, Y, and Z person, and then they gotta be on the defense before they come in. But I'm learning now, especially after my whole viral moment, you just gotta let people experience you for themselves. Like, and that's just that, because with my whole viral moment, it was literally hundreds of thousands to million of people who seen my viral video and they got their first impression of me, and they got that and they're gonna run with that until the end of time, more than likely. And it's nothing that I could really do to change their mind. All I can do is continue to be myself. And if people want to backpedal and turn the other cheek, or if people want to see me for who I really am and know that I'm a cool, down-to-earth person and I don't go out of my way to be malicious, I only put out what I'm given, honestly, in certain situations, then that's that on that. You know what I'm saying? And I know that now, but in this time, I didn't, you know, it bothered me to know that there's somebody posting false information about me on the internet, especially at a place that I work at. Y'all get what I'm saying? I hope y'all get what I'm saying. I was on heads on a swivel. Every time that door opened, when somebody would come in, it would be a doorbell that went off. And like I told y'all, we got the big ass TV in the back to see who be coming in. It was probably like another week and a half after Carmen updated her bogus ass review. It's a difference between strangers on the internet just saying whatever they gotta say, but a lot of them just be saying negative stuff because they can't and probably never will if they had the opportunity to say it to their face. That's what I'm saying. Keyboard warriors, internet thugs, like a whole bunch of kind of stuff. But my thing is, you're not gonna be an internet thug and there's a high chance that me and you's gonna have to cross paths, and that goes for anybody. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm gonna be out here starting drama with people, but especially, you know, when I went viral, them influencers that had shit to say, I hope I don't see y'all in real life, because act like you don't know me, don't come near me, because it's not, I'm gonna definitely have something to say to you in real life. So like that's just the kind of bitch I am. That's just how I'm cut. That's the kind of cloth that I'm cut from. I'm not with the fake, phony, weird, scary shit. I'm not with it at all. So boom, lo and behold, Carmen comes in. This day it was me and Mari working, and sure enough, it was in the morning. She loved coming to get her morning smoke on, I guess. Mari had went out first, and I was like, prepare yourself, because I just know how I could get, and I feel like I really come a long way when it comes to crashing out on people's daughters and sons. I mean, obviously I still may crash out, but you know, I've learned to, when it's coming to having like some kind of, you know what I'm saying, I've learned to woosah and really speak. And then when the other person speaks, even if they saying some BS, just let them speak and wait until they're done, and you know, stuff like that. Mari goes out first. She greets her, and I guess, you know, Carmen thought that this was just going to be a regular transaction. She was just going to come in, buy her stuff, and go on about her business. No.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I got to talk to you first. Y'all might think I'm just a tactical ass girl, but I really don't care. So I already knew that this was going to be a story time, so I just had to collect my evidence just in case a bitch, you know what I'm saying, said I was lying, or you know, a bitch came up with her own story, because as we know, I don't have access to the cameras in the store in the event that some BS goes on. So, you know, I had my own camera rolling.
Oh my God.
Don't act shocked.
At this point, we're doing it all for the content. Like, listen, it is what it is. And again, this is not to say that I go around recording situations looking for trouble, but if I am in a situation that I know I will turn into story time content, I will be collecting receipts like Infinity Stones. That's just what it is. That's just what I'm on. I did have my phone recording a selfie video when I approached Carmen.
What happened with her? Because for me, I feel like you're going on the internet and you're lying on my name.
And I essentially recorded the entire conversation. Now, I'm not gonna go into the whole details of the conversation. If y'all want to hear all the details and the run-on sentences, specifically from Carmen, and the copying of the pleas that happened, y'all are gonna have to go to Patreon. That is going to be an exclusive premium Patreon receipt. So for my Patreon members, y'all could just go there right now. Y'all can just go there right now and watch the video, okay? And come back to the comments and tell the people what the video is giving. So basically, when I had approached Carmen and asked her, like, hey Carmen, like, what's up? What's your issue? Because you're going online saying defamatory comments about me. This is my job. You keep coming in here. Like, what's tea? We essentially had a little conversation. She was letting me know, like, hey, you know, my sister told me X, Y, and Z. And I basically told her, well, your sister is not telling the truth. Like, where's your sister?
Clock it.
Where is she at, so that we could smooth things over? Because I just don't appreciate people lying on me at my job. So that's why I'm having this conversation with you. Girl, Carmen was copping please. Carmen was copping please for her and her sister, backpedaling like a mother effer. Then allegedly, and this is why I named her sister Alki, because that's what Carmen said about her sister. Her Carmen essentially allegedly alluded to the fact that her sister was probably drunk when she came into the store and misconstrued things. Now you want to say your sisters are drunk? Like, are we okay? Like, it was just so funny to me. In my head, I'm just like, how does that excuse you still coming on the internet and lying and saying that your sister came in for a pickup order, when we all know your sister didn't come in for a pickup order? And I clarified all that information with her. But again, y'all want the details, y'all gonna have to watch that Patreon exclusive receipt. I know that it was a certain point, even in that video too, my phone had ran out of storage, so it didn't get the whole entire conversation. It's probably missing about 5 minutes out the conversation, but the video itself is 10 minutes. And I know that there's like a little bit of music playing in the background. So, but I think it's still clear enough for y'all to hear. Yeah, y'all, that's basically, you know, what happened in that conversation. I guess we had smoothed things over for the time. And lo and behold, I think it's either that same day or the next day, I go see if Carmen updates her review again. The review is gone. The review is deleted off of Google. Just completely backpedal this whole situation that you came up with. But good thing I keep my receipts. Handy dandy receipts in this phone, just in case I gotta pull them out and clarify some things with a hoe. Owner had came in that same day. I had a conversation with him, letting him know, hey, Carmen came in and I had a conversation with her, and I let him know my frustrations with the response that was made. And he was understanding about how I felt. He told me that, you know, he didn't even really allegedly read her review for real. He seen the review, sent it to ChatGPT. ChatGPT gave him a response back, and he just put the response back into the thing. So allegedly, that's what he claims. He essentially was affirming as well that, Alicia, you know, you are a great person. You are a very, what's the word that people use to describe you when you're just easygoing? He essentially was like, you're a very like easygoing, easy to work with person. You take direction. You know, I know that you're not all of that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, well, if you know that I'm not all of that, why are we co-signing all of that? But whatever. And he's basically like, Alicia, you know,
look at the reviews that we do have. Like, how many reviews that we have online that are positive about you?
Which is true, because, you know, in staff meetings that we would have, I would often get shouted out as a star employee, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Because of the sales that I was making. And there were a lot of times where I did get named in reviews and they were all positive. So he was trying to get me to look at that side of things. And, you know, he essentially did take accountability that he could have been my boss and having to deal with, you know, a customer and an employee situation. He could have handled the situation better. So it's kind of just a lesson for, you know, everybody in the situation. When I was having this conversation with him as well, Mari, you know, she was nearby when me and owner was having this conversation, and she just slipped in and let owner know as well, like, yeah.
And we also figured out that Carmen is friends with Karen.
And it was so funny because owner, he was like, huh.
Of course she is. Of course she is. Karen, she's friends with a lot of people, and I wouldn't put it past that Karen had some kind of influence on this whole situation.
Got him!
I was like, yeah, she definitely did. Like, that's an 100% fact. Her bitter, miserable ass, you quit the job and you still causing havoc at the job. You still causing havoc at the job. That was that, y'all. And even though things had got resolved between Carmen, between me speaking with my team, honestly, the whole situation kind of just rubbed me the wrong way. And I just felt like the incident kind of showed me that, and this is to nobody in specific, it's just a general statement, but the incident just kind of showed me that, or just made me feel like the job wouldn't fully back me unless I spoke up for myself and defended myself. Y'all are gonna keep seeing I'm just that kind of person. Like, I run, when it comes to like my respect and my dignity, I'm running a very tight ship. I'm running a very, very tight ship because I have been through, I'm not going to sit here, act like I've been through the worst of the worst in my life, but I have been through a lot of stuff in my life. And that's why y'all have seen and will continue to see situations where I just don't be letting shit fly. Like, that's kind of like how my mom raised me to be. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. At a very young age, my mom taught me to always stand up for myself and always defend myself, and to always speak up when I feel like it's something off in the water. Y'all have seen with the whole viral situation, with this situation, with plenty of other situations. Like, I'ma always speak up. And I feel like I've been saying this on my channel probably since day one. I'ma always speak up. I'ma always address them. Like, it's nothing passive aggressive about me. I'm coming at you very straightforward, and I'm not sugarcoating anything. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a coworker. I don't care if you're an influencer. I don't care if you're my manager, my boss. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care who you are. Like, I'ma always speak up. Like, that's just in me. It's just in me. I'm never letting ish fly. I'm never letting nobody thinking they gonna bully me or lie on me or nothing without hearing from me. Like, or play with my money. I'm just not letting it fly. Like, I'm just not that girl. I'm sorry. I'm just not. After all of this whole situation concluded, child, it was probably like 2 weeks later, I put in my 2 weeks notice. That wasn't my plan in no way, shape, or form. Like, I thought that I was going to be at that job way longer than what I was at, way longer than I was, but something came over me and I essentially chose to quit because I wanted to focus on my YouTube channel, something that, as many of y'all already know, I'm passionate about being a content creator. I love being able to entertain you guys, put smiles on your face. And around this time, my YouTube channel was being heavily neglected. I was focused on going to work and doing these 10-hour shifts every day. I come home, I'm tired. I don't have the energy to do and then even my days off, I didn't have the time to do any type of YouTube work, or barely had time to do YouTube work, because I still had to do other stuff between cooking and cleaning and doing other things for my life, you know? I quit the job so I could focus on my YouTube channel. I just felt like I didn't want to continue to overextend myself for a business that wasn't going to defend me unless I initiated the defense. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what we all can take away from this video is to never let anyone's lies or projections shake your confidence. I've gotten a few comments within the last couple of weeks of people telling me like, wow, you are very confident in yourself. Keep that up, because people will really try to break it. Yes, they will. And that's why certain people do be mad. They be mad that you are confident, and because of their own personal issues within themselves, they feel like you shouldn't be confident. So they go out of their way to do nasty, negative, or say nasty and negative things to you. But I will always remain confident because I know myself, I know who I am, and I'm very comfortable in my skin. So it's no one that's ever going to make me feel like that I'm not that girl, because I know I am that girl. I know I'm her. Like, what do we mean? Definitely always keep your receipts, okay? Y'all already see I'm receipt queens, but I guess it makes sense because, you know what I'm saying, I'm from NYC, specifically Queens, because Queens get the money. At the end of the day, sometimes a job is just not worth your peace. Thankfully, I was in a position, God blessed me, to where I could even quit my job and focus on doing this and building this up and building this brand up. Thankfully, God just put me in that position. So it kind of worked out for me. But if y'all ever feel like y'all need to quit your job and you want to pursue your passion, just do it. Do it when you're ready to do it. I left the job on my terms. Nobody ran me out. I thought long and hard about it and was like, okay, God wouldn't have provided for me if he didn't know like I could just get up and leave this job and rent, bills, car note, groceries, everything is paid on time every time, and that's how it's gonna remain. Despite people thinking I'm broke because I was complaining about $250, y'all don't want to see my list of bills and expenses every month, but it get paid on time every time. Because why? Because I'm blessed and highly favored. But anyways, y'all, that was that story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it to the end of this video, put this emoji on the screen. Definitely do not forget to give this video a big like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely do not forget to tap in with me on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon so y'all can see that exclusive premium receipt. And I'll see y'all on the next story time. Later.